when in anticipation of New Year you felt enthusiasm to change something in your life or try something new, actually how many times you said to yourself that okay, from the next year I'll start everything from a blank slate? Often, right? Turns out that we are more likely to pursue changes on dates that we perceive as a new beginnings of something, because those new beginnings help us to overcome one common obstacle to goals initiation, the sense that we've failed before and we will fail again. Talking about that from neurobiology perspective, it's called the fresh start effect. It's when people are better at tackling their goals when they start from so-called temporal landmarks. This is the beginning of the year, month, or even a week. And the problem is that despite this fresh start effect, no more than 20% of people are able to complete their New Year's resolutions. And I'm definitely out of this percent, and you probably too if you clicked on that video. So, in this video, we're going to discuss how using this fresh start effect, join this 20%. If you're interested in that topic, continue watching this video. In order to implement something new in our lives, for example, start jogging every single morning, firstly we need to unlearn doing certain things, for example, switching off the alarm and waking up late. Keeping that in mind, it's easier for us to try or start learning something new from the beginning. Actually, that's why a lot of companies often prefer bringing young people to the team, just because it's easier to teach them all required skills than reteach or re-educate people who was working in that field for a long time and is used to work and think in old patterns. And these big moments in our lives, like graduation from school, graduation from college, moving abroad, changing the job, are so rare, and we see special value in them because we perceive our lives in chapters. One chapter ends, one starts, and right between those chapters there is so-called fresh start effect, and we can even observe its statistic in gym visits. And as you can see, people tend to start their new chapter and go to gym on days like the beginning of the year, beginning of the month, or even a week. It happens like that because it's psychologically easier for us to go through that so-called chapters, allowing ourselves to leave some failures and mistakes in the past. For example, me, a girl who existed 3 years ago, who wasn't confident and had a lot of troubles, has nothing to do with my present self. Like, for now, I feel like I'm an updated version of myself, and my past doesn't define me in the present. So now let's talk about how to use this fresh start effect. And first, you need to understand whether you actually need it, because using that fresh start effect in the wrong way can only make everything worse. And I'd like to talk about that using my own example. A month ago, I started performing my morning workouts that required no more than 10 minutes. And after 3 weeks of full consistency, I decided to expand my time spent for the workouts and decided to perform workouts that required 30 minutes. And guess what? Just after 3 days of performing 30-minute workouts, I stopped doing any workout because I was too enthusiastic, and you can think of it as a habit formation. You need to start from small and don't be too enthusiastic. And it happens like that because, well, using fresh start effect in the right way, you kind of nullify your failures and mistakes, you leave them in the past and start everything from a fresh start, you start everything from a blank slate. But if you use fresh start effect in the wrong way, you kind of nullify your previous achievements. You don't consider them anymore, you forget about them, and it's more complicated for you to continue doing your tasks productively, starting from a blank slate. So figure out whether you actually need it, and if you actually need it, if you have a lot of troubles for now and you want to start everything from a blank slate, actually take your planner and pen and start planning right now, because from the first day of the new year you already need to start dealing with your planned tasks. And researchers tell us that people are more successfully implement new habits when they start on these so-called temporal landmarks, as I said it previously. Now let's talk about how to extend this fresh start effect. Remember that you will undoubtedly run out of track. It happens to anybody. But the point is that do not become the person who never runs out of track. The point is to become the person who never gives everything up after just one failure. We never really we stop cleaning our teeth after we skipped once or even twice. We understand that consistency is the most important here, so treat everything like the habit of cleaning your teeth. Okay guys, that was everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that this video was useful for you, especially in anticipation of New Year. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.